Welcome to Facebook Live. Today, I'm Bill, and as usual, Kari's with me, and Donny is joining us. Donny's a mentor, and he's helped with some of the training today.
Yep, a little bit of change of scenery. We're in our warehouse right now where Bill and Donny were hosting a dryer vent class for some of our new hires.
Yeah, and I typically call the overall training is Appliance Master Academy. Of course, we have the classroom training where they learn basic fundamentals of electricity and such, but this is our kind of our introduction, not only to clothes dryers, but we have more of a focus on dryer venting, which is we cover a myriad of things, building codes, fire codes, which are often overlooked, and people are everyone needs a lot of education on with fire codes, building codes, because most of the calls we go to, those are violated on the majority of jobs we look at.
Yeah, and it is standard for our technicians to inspect the dryer venting for each dryer call they go out on. And they'll take airflow readings, make sure that everything is working properly for you, and recommend any kind of updates or maintenance for your dryer exhaust system.
Donny's here for a little color because he often shares some of the things he's seen. Like I don't know if you something comes to mind. One of your if you removed the bird's nest or family
bird's nests, rabbits, infestation of ladybugs. I mean, I see a lot of different things that happen, but these are preventable by having us come out and just even an inspection on your venting.
I think the students are eating lunch right now, but I think they are the biggest takeaway is the things they don't realize that clothes dryers right here are the #1 cause of house fires in the U.S. 16,000 house fires a year caused by clothes dryers. And that's when the fire leaves the dryer. A lot more times, you'll have fires that are contained in the dryer. But those fires are generally because it's installed properly and vented properly. And Phil, could you bring those pictures over? Show us the picture of the one with the dryer with the fire in it. Because here, you can give them to Jamie. This if you put that up for the folks at home. That dryer, we were called out because it wouldn't run. It wouldn't run because the overload in the motor had opened because it was high heat situation. The high heat was caused by the fire that luckily was contained in the unit. That unit also had violated a number of other situations. Like they had, do you have the vinyl venting picture? No, vinyl, the vinyl venting is, I don't even know if they make it anymore, but it's against all, this dryer had that venting. The vinyl is, you can obviously, it's pretty well clogged, and this person was lucky that didn't catch on fire, and if that vinyl goes, it's like you have again, that's where your house fires can come from.
Yeah, and the dryer not starting is one of our most common complaints with the dryer. That goes probably right up there with it having long dry times, and the venting being clogged is usually the culprit of the long dry times.
And again, that homeowner, they live in a condo, and just months earlier had a company out to clean their dryer venting. And what they cleaned, I don't know. But it's like, that's why I always recommend professionals. Yeah. Don't look for the, if somebody's gonna come out for $25, it's like, a professional can't do a thorough job for $25.
I mean, for $15 more, you can have us come out just to look at it. If you don't know where your venting is, if you don't know if it's proper, I mean, that fire probably could have been completely prevented had that been cleaned out the right way.
Yeah. Like Donny's right, our basic analysis is $39 to come out and
just to look at your dryer vent and
take readings.
Take readings and make sure that you are safe if you're not sure. It's,
So That's one thing we find virtually no one does. And that's what we're training the students today. Is like we have 2 tools we use. This is an anemometer, which measures the airflow, the air coming out of the dryer vent, and it has to read a certain measurement, 8 meters per second or faster. If you're not getting that, there's a problem with the venting. So our students, were introduced to this day, and they get to use them in the afternoon. And
Have there been times where you've gone out to a customer's home that have recently had their dryer vent cleaning or dryer vent cleaned by another company that wasn't really, up to par? And you had to go back in and redo it essentially?
In fact, within the year, I was actually at a customer's house, and her safety thermal protector had failed, and I came to the conclusion that she had a restriction in her airflow simply by getting airflow readings and restriction levels, and she said, that's impossible, I just had this cleaned last week. So when she said that, I said, let me go ahead and take a look at this. Fortunately, in this circumstance, I had access to all the ductwork from the dryer to, it wasn't hidden in the wall, it was in the basement, so I was able to I simply took the time, just tapping on it, I found a dead zone where I can physically hear it. Hard. Opened it up, and lo and behold, lint, water, it was just overflowing. And she had just had this cleaned out a week prior to me coming out there.
If people don't use the right techniques and tools, they're just pushing the lint up and make a snowball out of it. They're just like, because it's moist too, there can be water in there too. Like Donny said, they just make a complete blockage. And like, that's what I find. These guys, people are out to make a quick buck and just shove a brush in your vent and leave. It's like,
it takes a little bit more than that.
Well, and that's what Appliance Master we train for. I mean, Donny and our other technicians are experts not only on the venting, but on the machine as well. So they can, a lot of these dryer vent companies, they don't know the basics. They don't even, but our guys are thoroughly trained on the entire operation.
We take airflow readings before and after every cleaning.
And there could be minor adjustments or things wrong internally in the machine that exacerbate that venting situation, that we can make sure that 100% the appliance and the venting system is proper and working as it should. Another one of our tools our trainees are going to get to use this afternoon is this. It's a manometer, electronic manometer. You can measure back pressure in the system. It takes like 2 minutes to take a pressure reading. And again, a high pressure reading would indicate bad venting, dirty venting, animal, bird's nest, somebody's living in your vent. And once you have the equipment and know how to use it, it's very easy to make sure you're safe and you're not putting your house and your family at risk. One other thing we emphasize with our technicians is when you find something wrong, we're trying to make your home safe and your dryers run efficiently. If we could even just save 2 or 3 minutes of drying time, I mean, that adds up in energy savings and
over the course of the year.
Yeah, and this dryer next to me that we're using, this is it's a used dryer that I have a friend in the appliance business that this dryer, the people replaced it because it wasn't working. And it wasn't working because internally the blower wheel was full of lint. And rather, I have this is from a different model. It's a prop nonetheless. This is live television, folks. But it's like, this is a dryer motor. I don't know if you can see that okay. But this is the heart of what moves the air in the clothes dryer. And this blower wheel here, you see how this is squeaking? This one, somebody bought a new dryer. You can't see it because there's a spring inside. There's a spring holding the blower wheel back. So they bought a new dryer rather than have Appliance Master look at it. So if you want to spend $800, $1,000 on a dryer, I mean, we're here to help you avoid that kind of thing.
Trying to save you money.
Again, people threw this one away because this was clogged with lint because bad venting. And because they bought a new dryer, they still have bad venting. So it won't be long before the new dryer is clogged with lint as well.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back. Okay, Donny,
Well, after going through this class and teaching these guys, I can tell you that I'm still learning stuff even through this class, reading different venting. I mean, it's amazing how much there really is to this. So most of my customers say, oh, I didn't know it had to be cleaned. And I've lived here for 16 years, and I get that. I mean, nobody, when you buy a dryer, nobody tells you, oh, don't forget to clean your vents. That's what we're here for. We're here to remind you.
And Donnie's got years of experience, and he's still learning every day. So what the problem with dryer venting is everyone takes it for granted. They're like, it's so easy. It's 4 inches. It's going through. What's to understand? It's the simplest thing in my house. It's not. You're taking there's a lot you don't know, and for $39, you could be putting your family at risk, your house at risk, or just losing money by just And like Donnie said, he has a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience. So it's not very expensive to have that in your home. You gotta have to take it seriously.
Just for peace of mind, at least.
Yeah. So by the end.
Are you getting ready to head back to class soon?
Well, I know lunch will be for me, so that's fairly important. And even our newest technicians, we kind of like beat them over the head with this. It's like extraordinarily serious that that they know that they're thoroughly trained before they step into our first customer's home.
Cool.
Anything else?
Anything else, Donnie?
What I'd say is, if you do want an analysis, just give us a call here at Appliance Master. Our number is 1-800-752-7123. Just ask for a vent analysis.
An easy thing for me to remember is right here. APPLIANCEMASTER.com.
There you go.
Yeah.
APPLIANCEMASTER.com. It's like it has our phone numbers. You can schedule online. But all right. I guess we're going to wrap it up and go get some of those subs that just came in. So thanks for joining us.